Previously, if it's a SaaS that we pay for, we need to wait for them to build it. Maybe they will take our suggestion into consideration, maybe not. Or we need to, do some hacky stuff to do.
Or you need to just pay them to actually implement it, right?
It could be like a paid feature.
But you don't have control over those features.
Yeah, we can do it exactly as we want. And the feature, for example, this CSV export took like a few hours to just, plan, build, and then have it ready.
The build versus buy calculation has changed. Pre-AI, we tended to buy solutions because building would take too long and cost too much. The price we paid, though, was fit. SaaS was always expensive, but affordable. The main cost was it was never bespoke. Not anymore. Maciej Korolik, a senior developer and AI lead at Monterail, shows us how they are replacing SaaS subscriptions with their own built-for-purpose systems. Now, when a department head requests a new feature or function, they can implement it in hours instead of waiting months for a vendor roadmap. This isn't just a new capability, it's a new software where value is not measured in features, but in fit. The shift to precise tailoring impacts discovery and planning, architecture, implementation, maintenance, but it's fast becoming an emerging trend as software development economics continue to invert.
Yeah, so the app is like an internal app for us in Montreal. It's used for tracking different metrics in the company. The heads of department, C-level, they have some metrics that they need to track every month. So like revenue, the NPS, and also some delivery metrics, how many developers are working, what is the utilization, different things. And so we used a different app for that. It was like a subscription for SaaS, and we wanted to make it just for us, like tailored for our needs. So we spent a week or two building that. I will quickly show you the features here. It's actually very simple. So you have this different metrics here. You see what are the targets, if we are on good track or bad track. You can see the charts of these metrics, how it changed, and also the table view. And when I want to add a new metric and start tracking that, I just give it a name. What is the current value? Who is the owner? What is the category if it's engineering, delivery?
But the simplicity is almost an emerging trend because you say, it looks very simple. It's because every piece of information is the relevant piece of information.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, we won't build a whole SaaS copy in a few weeks. This app is not prepared for thousands of users, huge traffic, but we don't need it. We just want 20 people to use it. It's quick to build. It's very cheap to maintain for maintenance.
And here's what makes this approach actually work at speed and at scale within a team. Documentation that becomes executable context. AI, for all its promise, is notoriously unstable. It's the structures we build around it that make it reliable. Here are Maciej's cursor rules, version-controlled instruction sets that live in the repository alongside the code. These aren't comments or wikis, they're active prompts that control how the AI behaves when touching any file in a project.
So now with AI, it's much more important than ever to document all of these practices. And we do it, for example, in the rules for AI. So in Cursor, we have this folder in the repository with the rules. And each rule is like a set of instructions for AI, but also set of best practices to use in the project. So we have the project-specific rules. So these are different information about this project, how we organize code in it, what technologies we use. We have how to work with TypeScript, how to style it with Tailwind CSS. The structure of a rule, it starts with something that has to be here. So a description, what files it applies to, that the coding agent in Cursor will know that, I'm writing a TypeScript file, so I should apply this rule. So I should get it into my context to know it in the future works. And if we should always apply it, so always, give it in the context, or if the agent can decide if I need to use this rule or not. And then the rest is basically a markdown file describing whatever you need. But what I usually do is I check the current documentation on Cursor, what they recommend, how to write this prompt. And I use also AI, Claude or Gemini, or even ChatGPT to generate this rule. So I write all the things that I want in my project. I give it the documentation from Cursor, and I ask, okay, now write me a Cursor rule about that. Actually, there are a few sites where people share their rules, and you can, like, the one that I know is cursor.directory, and people share the rules that work for them. So you can filter based on the technology that you have. So I know I'm using Next.js, TypeScript, and Tailwind. I can see what other people are using in similar projects that work for them.
Gotcha.
So I can get inspired and, okay, this works. These are the good practices. This is very important that we should constantly update and look if the rules are still relevant based on our experience, and also because the project evolves.
Teams can now precisely scope their tools, maintain them with AI-assisted development, and avoid that vendor lock-in and feature bloat that comes with off-the-shelf solutions. But whilst build is clearly back, buy will adjust, and the reality will land somewhere in the middle, likely increasingly customizable off-the-shelf SaaS. But for companies, organizations, and their teams, there is at least a new option.